be standing here with someone new. There will be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring. There will never be another you. There will be other.
Hi, my name is Tatiana Mayfield, also known as Lady May. I was influenced to sing by my mother because her side of the family is really musical. My mother used to sing herself, and then she'd always tell me about my aunt's singing group that they had back in the day in Kentucky. They were called the Gray Sisters. And I just grew up around so much music. My mom's idol was Nancy Wilson, and I ended up loving her too. I also grew up listening to people like Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, you know, all the great jazz greats and soul greats. All of that influenced me strongly because without knowing, I was just soaking all of that in. I started really performing in Fort Worth in 2008 at the Scat Jazz Lounge downtown Fort Worth. And that is primarily the biggest reason why I have a fan base. I started getting a lot of people coming to those shows from blurbing it on Facebook and Twitter and other social media. That same year, I also started performing at Buttons Food and Music, and they have a few different locations, and I started performing at all of those as well. And with those two venues together, I think that's why I was voted as the best jazz artist last year for Fort Worth Weekly magazine. And that's really great because I wasn't expecting that. And it really, really made me feel good and to know that there's a lot of people behind me. The name Lady May came from a really good friend of mine by the name of Darwin Martin. We did some gigs a couple of years ago. And I would show up at the gig and I wear this flower in my hair, kind of like Billie Holiday. And he just started saying, you know what? I'm gonna start calling you Lady May. You're Lady May to me. And then he started sending out emails promoting my events, and it just kind of spread throughout the music community, and it stuck. So I adapted it too, and I said, okay, I like it, I'll take it. From All Directions is really significant to me because it was my first album and first album experience. I recorded with a pianist friend of mine, Erskine Hawkins III, and both of us were still in college at the time, so we're still trying to get done with school and doing an album project, so it was really, really amazing. In 2010, I competed in the Thelonious Monk International Jazz Vocals Competition. I performed for Al Jarreau, Dee Dee Bridgewater, Diane Reeves, Patty Austin, and Kurt Elling. So obviously it was an amazing experience, and I was terrified because I'm playing and singing in front of like my idols, so to speak, you know, people I grew up listening to. But it was so motivating and awesome, especially getting a chance to meet them afterward, and it just really, really made me want to strive for excellence to be the kind of musicians and singers that they all are. After that, I started working on my new project. The new album is called A Portrait of Lady May, and what I like to say, it's literally my heart on plastic. Everything about it is an overall overview of me as a musician and as a person. I'm writing a lot on this project, which I didn't do the first time, so that itself will tell you how deep it is for me. I'm also collaborating with all my wonderful musician friends that I play with on a regular basis. Everything on this record, from all the musicians that played on it to the songs themselves, the lyric content, is seriously something that comes from my heart, and I really hope that everyone gets that from listening to the record. I think there's something for everybody on there to enjoy. I've got, you know, jazzy feel, it's got a little bit of like R&B feel, I've got some smooth stuff, some really, really eclectic. I've got different kinds of stuff going on, so I really, really think that my audience is going to enjoy it because it shows a well-rounded view of what influenced me as a musician and as a vocalist.
I don't know what you've done. I am so full of love, I can't see. All I feel is like a